back to Learnable English. I'm Hayley, your teacher. Let's start our lesson today by watching some short videos together. What animals do you see? I see birds. I see birds. Remember, for most nouns, we just add s if there are two or more, and we don't need to use a or an. You may want to practice regular plural nouns in my A1 Beginner's Lesson 2 before you try these irregular plural nouns, if you haven't already. Here, I see a fox. What if there were two? Yeah, we could say, I see two foxes. Because fox ends in X, we add ES to make it plural, foxes. Look, there's a bear trying to catch some fish. One bear, many fish. There are so many deer running through the forest. Many deer. These are wolves. A wolf, many wolves. As you can tell from these examples, irregular plural nouns take many forms. Let's start with a classic example of an irregular plural noun. Nouns that end in F change to VES. Like what we saw in our video, a wolf, wolves. A knife, knives. A shelf, shelves. There are some exceptions to this rule. For example, a roof, roofs. A belief, beliefs. A chef, chefs. A chief, chiefs. But usually, most nouns that end in F change to VES. What are the rules for adding S or ES to nouns that end in the letter O? At the basic level, we usually tell students that most of the time you should add ES. Tomatoes, potatoes, lassos, echoes, heroes, torpedoes. But this is far from the whole story. If the noun is really a shortened form of a word, then you should just add S. There are many common examples that you probably use all the time. Photos is short for photographs, so we just add S. A photo, photos. Demos. Demos is short for demonstrations or demolitions. A demo, demos. We just add S. Expos is short for expositions. An expo, expos. A kilo, kilos. A radio, radios. This one is kind of strange, but it's short for radio telegraphs. So we just add S because it's a shortened form of the word. A radio, radios. The same with this one. A video, videos. Video is actually short for videotape. I know, right? Anyone born after the 1990s probably doesn't know what a videotape is. I'll pop some pictures up here for you so you can take a look and maybe remember if you're older. So, a video, videos. We just add S because it's short for videotapes. A rhino, rhinos. This is short for rhinoceros. A rhinoceros, rhinoceroses. A rhino, rhinos. Or if the word is a music-related term, often borrowed from another language, then it will likely only add S. For example, a solo, solos. A concerto, concertos. An alto, altos. A soprano, sopranos. Cellos, which is short for violoncellos, and pianos, which is short for pianofortes, are words that fit in both the shortened word and the music-related categories, so they only add S. A cello, cellos. A piano, pianos. Ego is a borrowed word from Latin, so it only adds S. An ego, egos. Words like volcano and tornado could add S or es, depending on regionalisms and the choice of the writer. They're pronounced the same way, and it really doesn't make a difference which one you choose. Here are some other words that could add s or es. Bravos, zeros, flamingos, cargos. Some words do not change at all in their plural forms. The most common example, and the one we saw at the beginning of our lesson, deer. A deer, many deer. Some dictionaries say that you could add an S and use deers, but this is really uncommon. Many native speakers will think that it's an error, whether speaking or in writing. Nouns ending in craft stay the same. Aircraft, watercraft, hovercraft, witchcraft. These could all be singular or plural depending on the context. Another one we saw in our example, fish. A fish, many fish. In some specific cases, you could use fishes, but that's for another video. Usually, fish is just fish. Another one like that, a shrimp, many shrimp. Some words have a vowel change, like a foot, feet. A tooth, teeth. A goose, geese. And some nouns just do really weird things. A person, people. For more information about the plural form of person, check out my C1 Irregular Nouns video lesson. I will link it down in the description. This is a really complicated one. There are a few different options here that mean different things. But in general, in most cases, it's a person, many people. And as we saw before, a goose, geese, but moose stays the same, just moose. A mouse, mice. In this one, we're talking about the animal. But what about a mouse? Mouses. If we're talking about the computer hardware term, mouses, a mouse, mouses, we follow a standard rule of adding s. Here's a really common one you probably learned already. A man, men. A woman, women. Be careful with the pronunciation of women. It has two short I sounds. It doesn't sound the way it looks. A woman, women. Now let's practice. Look at the following pictures and singular nouns and try to remember what the irregular plural form is. Hang around until the end of the lesson to hear the answers. Wives, banjos, videos, beliefs, mouses, aircraft. Well, I think that's enough for one lesson. If you want to learn more about irregular plural nouns, click on through to my C1 Irregular Plural Nouns video lesson. If you have any questions, please drop them down below. I will be happy to help you. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye!